All right, there we go. Hello, everyone. How's it going? Team here, and yeah, I just have some free time, so I thought, why the hell not jump on the stream and continue building our Reddit progressive web app. So I have published it to Versal and set up the new app basically so that I don't leak my keys, So we can resume from that point. I guess my idea for this stream would be to make it look a bit nicer and perhaps refactor some of the things that we did last time because, well, the code is a mess, right? So we made it work, but it's not exactly the nicest code ever. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. Let me try to remember. So we had this index that there was the oath data. We printed it at some point. No, we didn't. Okay, cool. Perfect. So we don't. Okay, so there's the post. Okay, cool. So we don't really need that. And I should probably remove it from return at all. So we either return the login URL or we return the post. Okay. It probably is a good idea to abstract this into a new library / thingy. Okay, so we got this Reddit TS thing. I feel like I should probably split it into a separate folder or something. How would I call it? It's not really a store, it's more of a logic. Hey Kepler, welcome to the stream. All right, let me think for a second. So let's just call it Reddit, yeah. And then there's gonna be, move this here, rename it to, this is gonna be our Reddit client, right? So it's pretty straightforward. Then we're gonna have auth.ts. So this is gonna be our auth, and we're gonna have a few functions here to basically simplify things a bit, right? So, okay, let me think. So we want a function that says export const, so generates login URL. This literally just generates URL, right? Apparently I cannot type. Okay, and return login URL. No, what? Login URL. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and then we need const get auth. Yeah, I guess get auth data is fine, right? So it's going to be a request. And we're basically going to return auth data. There we go. Okay, and this should be export const. Hey, Major Malfunction, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you as well. It's been, again, I mean, I really hope I will get back into, my old rhythm and sort of start streaming more regularly. Okay, so we got this thing here. Yes, this is exactly what we want. Okay, so that means that this we can just replace into generate login URL. We actually can do it after. We can do it over here, right? So we can just do that. So basically, if there is auth data, we don't actually need to generate any URLs, right? So there's like wasted effort, basically. Okay, and then this, instead of doing all this manual work, we're just gonna call get auth data, right? There we go. Okay, cool. Oh, right, it should have request over here. Okay, loader function, is there, so I'm assuming remix, yes, there's a request. I'm assuming there is a type. Is there a request type from here? Request handler, import type. No, loader function, so there's the loader function. Okay, where do I get the request type? Or is it not? Wait a second. Okay, so let me learn TypeScript on stream, because why not? Promise response. Okay, that is response data function args request. This is the request, and it is coming from node modules TypeScript import request extends body. Oh, it's a fetch request. Okay. So where do they? Is it literally? Can you just do? Hey, this is a request. So that's a embedded type into TypeScript. Okay, I mean, I'll take it. That's good enough. Okay, we probably should type our auth data. Hell if I remember what it looked like. So let's go into Reddit auth. We had the wiki thing, right? So that had a description of the shape of the stuff that it returns. And yeah, that's exactly what we want. So let's create type auth. Let's call it Reddit auth data to be a bit more specific. And okay, so we got, this is a string, right? This is a string. This is a number. This is a string, and refresh token is a string. So I think that basically this takes in and returns Reddit auth data, right? As Reddit auth data. Why are you not happy? Return type of an async function. Oh yeah, right. That's supposed to be promise of this thing, right? There we go. Okay, cool. Right, so we got this thing. We now should have a nice autocomplete for auth data, right? So this should say token is a string. Yeah, cool. Okay, perfect. So we simplified that thing a bit. Remix. Yeah, we can edit the. So I had to rename my app to Redmix because you cannot apparently use word Reddit in the apps. So you know, it's now called Redmix because why not? All right, so we did that. That is fine. Did we use? So we got this auth function. So redmix auth redirect. Yeah, why not? I mean, we don't really need a description here, do we? Yeah, why not? Let's just use the auto suggested description. Why not? All right, so I think it's a good idea to extract this stuff into functions as well. So we will get code here, but this function that gets the token probably should be over here, right? So we're gonna say export const execute auth, I guess. Oh no, wait a second. So that will be codes to token. Yes, that sounds like a good idea. We got the codes, and then we just do that, and then we return result, right? So this is exactly what we want to do. Everything else is fetched from the process env, which is perfect. Okay, and it returns. So the result is our Reddit auth data, actually, right? So right, promise of Reddit auth data. There we go. Okay. So which means that here we can just say await code to token. Then we go in and give code. Why are you not happy? Okay. Right. We probably should handle the case when there is no code. And data login successful. Well, we should handle the error stages, but login, no. Okay, you know what? Let's just do this. No code provided. There we go. Okay, so we need to basically later on handle that to ensure that if something fails, right? So we need to see the error. Is Reddit going to fix their bad front end after all the bad news about it? I'm guessing not. I mean, they essentially is just getting worse over time, at least in my opinion. They've been adding more and more like dynamic stuff, like, you know, dynamically updated upvotes, dynamically updated comments count, and all of that is just murdering the memory and, well, pretty much everything else. Hey, Rocks, how the hell do you read Rocks K stars? I guess Rocks, I mean, I guess is it just Rockstar? Because it doesn't make sense. Welcome to the stream. All right. Rocks is fine. Okay, Rocks is good enough. Welcome, Rocks. Okay, cool. So we extracted that. That's good enough. Here's what I wanted to do. So I wanted to try one thing that I think that basically is one of the, you know, powerful things that the Remix does, right? So we have this, wait, let me just start it, I guess, in VM run dev. If I start the server, was there a build error? Index TSX could not resolve. Oh, I probably, what did I import wrong? Okay, oh, okay, Reddit, yeah. So we should change it to clients, right? This should be it, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay, invalid, unexpected JSON at position. Well, you should replace this. Wait, what? What is happening right? Oh, is it because my my token is expired? Is that what's happening? Yeah, right. We didn't handle the token refresh last time, right? So it's free real estate. Oh, Jesus Christ. Do I have to ban you all? Really? Really? Okay, you know what? We're gonna spend time. No, they're real people. Okay. Oh, it's a raid. Oh, Jesus Christ! Don't scare me like that. I had Jesus Christ. Okay, guys, you almost gave me a heart attack. I had a few times that I get like a raid of bots and I had to sit there and just ban them, and that was not fun experience. So I have a PTSD on this. I'm sorry, guys. All right, cool. Well, if you're all real people, then welcome, welcome. I'm not. No. I'm not gonna ban you. Okay. The JSON parse error. No. But I mean, the JSON parse error is perfectly fine, right? So the problem is I'm guessing the because so I still have my my token in the cookies, right? But this is the one that we generated during the last stream, which was like 4 days ago, so it's expired, right? We still have refresh token, but the access token is no longer valid. So we need to basically fix it, and to fix it, we need to figure out what exactly is the error that it is throwing. So we got right. We need to try catch this, right? Whoops. Catch error. So I'm just gonna console error for now, and then we're gonna return empty array. So if we do that, yes, there is our empty array, and we should now see the complete error invalid J. Okay, so it tries to parse. Wait a second. Does that mean? Wait, does Reddit? If you give it a wrong access token, it does not return valid JSON. Why do you have to be like this? Okay. Yes, let's do this, and then we're just gonna do console log results. Does it like give a different status code at least? Okay, so let's JSON. Yes, okay. All right, so there, yeah, okay, so we at least get the status. So if result status not equal to 100, we are gonna throw. No, I guess, I mean, we only care about 401 really, right? So everything, I mean, if it's not 200, then, yeah, I guess this makes more sense, right? So new error, failed to fetch front page. That sounds like a good idea. I think, so we need a bit more custom error here, right? Error status, yeah, so we're gonna assign the status code for it. Yes, I know that it doesn't exist. We can still do that. I mean, I guess we need some custom errors. 48 people watching. Are you kidding me? This is okay. I'm terrified right now. I'm just gonna start doing terrible things with my code and regret ever doing this. Okay. Anyway, right. So we got this thing. We got status code, and what else does it return? So there is status text, headers. I guess it doesn't really give any body. Okay, you know what? Let's try error body equals results text. We can do this, right? So we can try to fetch text and see if that actually. Oh, Jesus Christ! What the hell is this? That literally shows the Reddit page. Okay, it just loads the Reddit front page. What? That's a great error. Okay. Don't get nervous. You're doing amazing. Well, thank you, my man. That's always great to hear. That's what we're used to from Rocksquad anyway. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, it's honestly feels pretty damn amazing, but also really, really terrifying. Okay, that means we're not getting a good body here. All right, let me think for a second. So basically, if we get 401, we need to refresh our token and retry, right? How do we do this in a nice manner? So I could do a recursive call over here, which I guess would be sufficient, right? So we basically say if result status is 401, so this is our error. Okay, handle token expiration, right? So what we need to do here is we need to, no, we don't need to throw anything. All right, but then we need to say, okay, so this is gonna be, this also will need refresh token, right? And I guess we could just say auth data, which is gonna be our Reddit auth data type. Okay, oh, we didn't export it, right? Okay, we should probably export that type, right? Okay. And then here, this is gonna be Reddit auth data, there we go. Okay, and yes, this is gonna be token, and then we're gonna have refresh token. Unref token, okay, so this is gonna be that. And now we need to, yes, look up how exactly do you refresh tokens with Reddit auth. Okay, so we got this endpoint. Yes, let's implement token refreshment. That sounds perfect. Export const refresh. I cannot type. Okay, fresh token. Okay, yes. Promise. What is it? Typing there. I need this. Yes, there we go. Wait a second. Is GitHub Copilot literally suggesting me what I want to do? Okay, so we got, is it? Yes, so this is the access token, that is correct. We got the method post. What do we else, okay, so the authorization header is the same. It's exactly the same as there. It's URL encoded. We got grant type refresh token, and we got, you gotta love the GitHub Copilot sometimes. Like, it's literally just reads your mind basically at some points. Not always, like sometimes it's just garbage, but when it works, it works. Okay, so we need, yeah, but that means, so once we once we get the new auth data, we have to update the cookie as well, right? Otherwise it will, after page reload or whatever, it will still fail. So we need to, how do we do this properly? Okay, I guess that means we have to handle it somewhere here, because then if this fails, we need to refresh the token, fetch the new home page, and then also return the headers with the updated cookie, right? Okay, cool. Right, so that means that I am, yes, I'm gonna do that. That basically doesn't matter. I guess we don't need to catch anything here then. So basically we're gonna handle the error on the top level, right? Means that here we're gonna say try. Yes, okay, so we're gonna do that. Catch error. And then if error status equals 401. So what we wanna do is, yep, okay, well, not quite there, but that's close enough, I guess. Refresh token, right? So we are gonna give it auth data. Let's call it new auth data just to separate them basically. Kepler, thank you very much for your sub. Highly appreciated as usual. All right, so let me think for a second. So we got this, yeah, so we pass it the auth data. Why is it says ready auth data is not assignable to a string? What do you mean? Eh? Oh, did I know? Oh, okay. No. That's yes, that is me not looking at what Copilot suggested, so that should be fixed. And that's gonna be auth data dot refresh token, right? There we go. So that should fix it. Okay, cool. So we got this. We got the new auth data, and then, I guess let's reassign it. So if error is 401, okay, let me think. How do I simplify this? If error is not 401, then we're just gonna return error, right? So let's just do this. And if it is 401, so if we know we failed because of the invalid token, we're gonna regenerate the token, right? And then we are going to refetch the posts. So basically do the same thing. Okay, come on. And then we're gonna return post, but we need to return the same thing we did here with the cookies, right? So we also need this as, whoa, no, oh no, okay. All right, so we need this JSON thing. So we need to do JSON. This is going to be post. So JSON is going to be imported from the remix, right? I believe it's just from here. Okay. And then options is going to be this thing. So basically do a header, set cookie, and we update our Reddit auth with the auth data. So that will refresh our data. All right. And if I didn't screw anything up, we should now failed const error, new error, failed to fetch front page. Okay. So something went wrong. Okay, where is this error coming from? So this is coming from. Yes, that looks good. So we should have caught it, I think, right? Yeah, we throw that error. That is correct. So why is try catch not handling it correctly? Root tsx app client ts11. Yeah, so this is coming from here, which is exactly. Wait. Why is it 11? Failed to fetch front page. Add const error new. Why? Wait, what? Oh, I guess it just prints the trace to the error creation, is it? Oh boy, okay. What if we do... Does it not like my custom... Right, so it doesn't allow me... Okay, all right, okay. Node.js custom error. Or I guess just JavaScript. I think like we could extend the class, but is there like a better way of doing that? It's been a while since I've needed to use custom errors. Constructor, yes, extends error. I guess we have to extend it, question mark. Is there a better way of doing this? Anyone in the chat know a better way of handling like custom errors? Like MDN is usually the best place for that, right? So, throw error. Isn't there like a reason or something like that we could use name configurable? Specification. Okay, so what properties do we have? We have description, non-standard. Okay, that's not very good. Name message. Okay, and we also got different classes of errors. And that doesn't really help us. Okay, so I guess we have to create a custom error. Okay, sure. Class, okay, export class. Let's call it Reddit error. Extends error. What? I'm fat fingering all the buttons. All right, so yes, we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna have status that is by default. Yeah, let's put it at 500. And that means that this could be Reddit error, and that means that then we can assign a status, right? Okay, theoretically. Reddit failed. Okay, so it seems like it throws over here for whatever reason. What the hell is going on? Hi, Waldemar. Welcome to the stream. All right. What do you... Okay, catch error. This should be Reddit error. And that's not a type. Yes, okay, so that's not gonna work. Why are you not happy? The thing I missed from typed languages, easy error handling. I mean, it's not too hard, but it's basically, since we have this special edge case, we need to create a custom error, but I don't understand why it throws from here, not from... So what if I remove that part, right? Okay, do we have to do like... Okay, results. Let's do a custom constructor, I guess. So we do... message, and then we do status. Yes, and then we just say this. Well, we could do this status. Yes, there we go. Why are you not happy? Oh yeah, right, super must be, I always forget which is the first, like super or everything else. Okay, there we go. Okay, theoretically refresh that, and we still get the error, and it's still not handled by anyway. All right. No, I do not want to become famous. I want to ban your ass. Okay, now we got bots. God damn it. Why does it have to be... Okay, let me just go into the chat and ban their asses, and where is... And Twitch chat is no longer showing there. Okay, cool, great. And where's my ban? Ben, there you go, goodbye. Okay, close this. Okay, cool. Let me just... Yes, there we go, that's a better chat. All right, let me think for a second. Why is the error not handled? Okay, so I'm guessing the previous way of doing it also worked fine, right? So this also worked fine. It's just for some reason it is not caught, and I don't understand why. Block links. Can you actually do that in Twitch? I don't think you can do that on Twitch. At least, I mean, maybe now you can, but the last time I looked, there was not an option. Console error. Do we even catch it? Like, that's my question, right? No, we catch it. Okay, so does it fail? Right, so here we caught the error, right? So we are here. Error status, okay. And error status is 401. Okay, status, okay. Console log, let's try here. So status not 401, returning error, right? So this is our status, okay. Maybe the refresh token is what throws. Okay, wait a second, let's see. Console log refreshing token. Okay. Console log new tokens. This is gonna be results, right? So we should theoretically bad request. Okay, so this is what... Okay, right. So I'm not going crazy. We do catch the error. It's just we are sending the wrong refresh request for some reason. Okay, let's see. Where's the OAuth here? So we need to send it to API v1 access token. Yes, that is correct. It is a post method, right? Yes, it is a post method. If your app requires access at that time, it must send refresh token by including duration permanent with the authorization request. Oh, okay. So maybe this is what we're missing. Okay, and does it return? Yeah, it seems to return. Oh, it doesn't return the refresh token, so we actually have to merge them. Oh, okay. I see. All right, so let me think. So we need duration permanent, grant refresh token. Okay, and then on new token, so we basically have to merge the old OAuth data and result, right? Because they will be... So it doesn't include... refresh token, so we have to persist the old one, right? Okay, let's see, does that work? No, it doesn't. It's a bad request, but now it merges them with the bad request. Okay, 400 bad request. All right, so let's see what are we doing wrong. Grant type refresh token. There's a string. Okay, question: is my OAuth data corrupted now or something? Refresh token bearer. Okay, so we do have our refresh token here. That looks fine. Hey, Mehmatrix, welcome to the stream. Major malfunction. The error, basically, the problem is not from our Reddit error. The problem is our refresh token, or like refreshing the token, right? So this is what throws. And I'm trying to figure out what am I doing wrong here. So the variables are correct. So it's basic OAuth. It is URL encoded form. We got the body. Let's read here. Okay, access token expired for 1 hour. If your app requires access at the time, it must refresh by including the permanent with the authorization request. And the current access token your app should send another post request to the access token URL. Include the following information in your post. Not as a part of URL. Yeah, okay, so we do that, right? So we got the authorization header, we got the grant type, we got the refresh token. Unsupported grant type, no text, refresh okay, so why is it not happy with our request? Yeah, so it says bad requests. It's a post request, right? It is a post request, so Must request a refresh token, including duration permanent. Yeah, we did that. Yes, it is all with 2. Yes, exactly. I mean, it's a Reddit version of it. It's in their documentation is not exactly amazing, but it is. It seems to be mostly all with 2. But yeah, I'm not sure why the hell is it not same as So this is exactly the same, right? So let me just copy this just to be sure that the headers are correct. And yes, they are literally the same. Okay, why are we not working? Right. So refresh token. Am I getting it? Yes, it is refresh underscore token, right? So that's correct, and it's also refresh underscore token. Ironically, I feel way more uncomfortable when my things work the first time. Well, I mean, I got used to the feeling, so I don't really feel uncomfortable anymore. But I know the feeling. Yes, I used to be like that as well. Grant type refresh token. Yeah, okay. So it seems like the request is correct. So why the hell does it not 401 response? But we're not getting 401, we're getting 400, right? Yeah, we're getting 400 bad request. Did they somehow change the URL and forgot to mention? No, the URL should be the same, right? So that seems fine. Authorization code, redirect URI. We do not need to give it redirect URI. What is wrong with this? Oh, fuck, Jesus Christ, I'm an idiot. Of course. I generated the old token using the old app that I've used during the Jesus Christ. So I used it with the old app ID and secret. And now I regenerated it off the stream, so that nobody can basically access my account. And I'm trying to refresh it using the new app ID and secret while that's not gonna work, right? So god damn it, I'm just dumb. No, like major malfunction. As I said, that's totally on me. So it should work. It's just I forgot that the old token was generated with the old with the old app. God damn it, I'm an idiot. All right. Okay. Cannot read properties of null accessing. Right. So this should be like that. And there we go. So we can now log in with Reddit. Yes, so that I now have this Reddit Redmix dev app that is a completely new one. Your wardrobe skeletons comes back to here. Yeah, sure. Okay, so there's our token, and we can now go home. Thank you, it works. Okay, cool. So right, I just forgot that I, casually changed my app and it invalidated the whole flow by doing this. So basically, this should work. Let me just kill all of that. Okay, cool. That took way too long for me to remember that I actually did things. Okay, let me commit all of that because we did do quite a bit of things. So git add, git commit, refactor, I guess extract Reddit related functions into separate folder, add token refresh for home page. There we go. That's good enough. All right. Jesus Christ. I just spent like, I don't know what, 20 minutes trying to figure out why is it not working because oh God. The pain. Okay, you know what? That's fine. There is one thing I want to try. So basically what I was saying is we now have this page, right? So we have this header with like Redmix and home and you are logged in. I think you are logged in actually coming from here, which we don't really need here. But yeah, so we got this header thingy, right? That is in the root. And if I understand the way Remix works correctly, we can actually turn this header into a completely separate component that will still act as a full route with the whole or I guess meta function doesn't matter, with the loader function and everything, so that we can actually get the auth state from there, which is yeah, that's pretty good. What time is it? Esteban, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. I mean, it's time to code stuff, I guess. All right, let me see. So let's create a header TSX. And I'm just going to copy the index here, and we're going to tweak some stuff, right? So, right, we don't need that. We do need this header, right? Right, I need to import a link probably. Okay, let me think. So we need that. Yes, we do need client. We do to get our data. Yeah, so we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need front page. I guess we can just say link from here. We don't really need that JSON thing. Okay, so in this case, we're just gonna get our data and return. No, we actually do want to do the login URL over here because on the home page, it's not really, it doesn't really make sense. So we're just gonna have a login button on the top, right? So this is my idea basically of it. Okay, return. I guess we just say logged in true. I mean, I'm not gonna go and path our data to the client. We're just gonna do that. Okay, we don't need this meta thing. TS and JS. Yes, so we're doing TypeScript in this case, and we are basically building a better front end for Reddit because the current front end is a bit garbage. Okay, let me think. So we got this header, and now I should, I think I can just do this, right? So I can just say, okay, and then instead of doing this, I'm just gonna say, did I rename it? No, I didn't. That's gonna be header. Header, will that actually work? And cannot destructure property login URL as it is undefined, okay? So use loader data. Does that mean it cannot import stuff like this? So I cannot do this in the root, I guess. Is that the point? Let me think. So this is the layout. So I cannot do it in the layout. Is that what happens? Catch boundary, error boundary, app. Okay, so we got the outlet. I guess, so this thing probably should be part of the outlet, right? So it cannot be part of the layout, question mark? Nice front end. I mean, it's not nice yet, but we're getting there, don't worry. Unexpected error. Okay, so my question here, so I assumed that basically anything that is nested anywhere in the app can act as the sort of route that has its own custom loader. Maybe I am wrong about that. Use loader data. So there's our loader function, right? And my question here is, why is it... Okay, so let's go into the Remix docs and have a read about the nested routes. API routes. No, that's not it. Styling routing. Yes, there we go. What are the nested routes? Defining nested routes, invoice, whatever. Yes, what it means. Index routes. Nested URL without nesting layouts. Okay, yeah, no, sure, that's fine. Okay, so it seems like it really has to be at least within one outlet, as far as I understand. Let me think. Module constraints. So this is server-side pruning. Okay, so this is like server-side stuff. This is not what interesting for us. Maybe they have something like this. Yeah, okay, so those are routes. So sort of what I want to do is I want to have a component that is kind of a route, but I guess that doesn't really work this way, right? So I guess we will have to, or maybe it does work this way. We just have to throw that header into the app itself, basically, right? So if we take it from here, so let's just say our content is just basically wrapped in a div. So the layout is super simple, right? Said this because there's a reason to be intellectual. Did you hear that jokes? I mean, depends on the joke, but most likely the answer is yes. All right, so let's see. So we now have this header thing that we have to plug in somewhere here, I guess, right? So we got, I guess let's use the fragments and then do header. And if I do, so if I understand correctly, that should work, right? Reload that. And yes, okay, so basically you cannot use the custom route components in the root layout, I guess because it's not yet outlet, right? But you can use them as part of your first route that is going to be like the sort of global route, I guess, right? In our case. Okay, cool. I guess that's fine. Yeah, so it's okay. But I mean, the fact that you can actually just do this basically and fetch whatever you want in the header directly is pretty damn cool. Okay, let's go and wait a second. Any updates on the proposal? Oh yeah, it was rejected, and we decided not to appeal again because it would take like a few months more of work, and it's just too much pain. We found the first paid pilot client, and we're currently working with that. So things are looking up, I guess. I was thinking about Tailwind Ui, yes, and they have some very nice headers here that are free, so we're just gonna grab one of those. And where is simple branded? Okay, there's a PNG preview. Okay, I guess this is the only one, and we don't really need. That's way too complex. Okay, wait a second. Awesome Tailwind, and then we're gonna take the UI libraries, and we're gonna take. I mean, headless UI is nice, but I don't think they actually have header. Yeah, the headers, so there's mostly like drop downs and stuff. But we probably will need that at some point, so I'm just gonna keep that in mind. We got this. We got Tailwind Cards templates. Minstrap, wicked blocks. Okay, what else is there? Yeah, I think that's it, right? So there's we're probably gonna find something. Okay, is there headers here? Contents, CTA, e-commerce, feature, footer. Okay, footer. Here, yeah, there we go. There we go. That looks good. Something like that, I think, would work fine, right? That looks actually perfect. So let's just grab this code and copy paste that into here. Right, yeah, of course, we have to fix the class to class name. That's one of the minor annoyances with React, but that's fine. Okay, we don't really have a logo. We can add it later, which is not a big deal. It's going to be called Red Mix. And in the beginning, we're just going to have a home link here. And this is gonna be login button if you are not logged in, right? So theoretically, we should now have a pretty nice header here, right? There we go. And I think I just removed the link, which we could have used. So I'm just gonna do a git diff and yes, copy over this stuff. Probably shouldn't have removed that, but yeah, that's not a big deal. Okay, right, we probably need to copy this class name over here. Home, yes, and then class name title is gonna be home. Okay, cool. And then link should be imported from Remix. There we go. All right, that is what the hell is this? I don't need that. I just want a link. Okay, now we got our link. Yeah, okay, logo probably. I mean, I'll just comment this out. We can later add it, right? Okay, cool. And we got the login button. So if this should only be shown, and I guess there should be a link as well. So this should be A. And then we have href, and this is going to be login URL. And we only show, so if we are not logged in, right, we're going to show this thing. Okay, and reload that. Why are we still showing this? Question mark? I assumed we should be logged in, right? Logged in, true. Not logged in, okay. Wait a second. Console log, login URL, and logged in. Undefined. Wait, okay. Why is it not fetching? Interesting. So does the loader here not work? Eh? Okay, maybe I misunderstood how the nested routes work. Up entry, so let's see, here's the hello world entry. Okay, let's see the example of the nested routes. Maybe I'm misunderstanding what I can and what I cannot do with them. I mean, we can all obviously just pass those variables to the header, but it would be cool if I could just make it contained basically and just include it wherever it's needed. Okay, this is like, I mean, it was in developer blog as well, right? So we did something similar with the routes there. Posts, yes, this is the post, this is the loader. Okay, what am I missing? So this is the routes. Oh, wait a second. Is it because it's supposed to be a route? Wait, what if we do components and what if I move it? Is that why it's rendering in the, I guess in the wrong manner? So we can just do that, right? Okay, still renders, but we're still not getting the Okay, I guess we can go the old way as well, so that's a bit of a bummer. You cannot really do that, but that's not a big deal. So we essentially can just say header, and then here it's gonna be login URL and logged in, right? So, or I guess just having login URL is sufficient actually. Because if we have it, then we are not logged in, right? And if we don't have it, then we are logged in. So it's basically super straightforward. Okay, that means we can save that. And that means that here we have to say that login URL is login URL. Okay. Right, and now we just need to render this slightly differently. If there is no login URL, we just say you are logged in. And we don't need this SVG here. And this can just be a div or something. So it doesn't have to be clickable, doesn't need a href. We don't need the background hover, we don't need the focus. Okay, let me just close the left side. And I guess, yeah, that's fine. That should be fine, right? So that should look okay-ish. Yes. Theoretically, I mean, later we can like fetch username or something. I don't know if that's important, at least at this stage. Okay, now we have a decent header, right? So, right. Let's git commit that. Git commit add basic. I guess I'd add nicer header, right? And now we can create a better post layout, which is basically what I wanted to do on this stream from the beginning, but we somehow took way too long to do everything else. As usual with me, so that's not a big deal. Okay, so we can kill this from here, actually. We no longer need that here. We got the container. Why do I have div and main? So we don't need that many nested things here. And just say container, and there is, yep, okay. So we got that. All right, now we need to make a nicer. So first of all, I want this to be a flex column, right? So this is just vertical. Yes, there we go. Again, we don't need that many divs here. That's way too many. Okay, and then we're gonna add some padding. So that's a bit more. There we go. That's a bit nicer. Okay. Maybe even a bit more. Or I guess, wait a second. Max. How do I properly? Yeah, no, you know what? Let's just go with the padding for now. So that's fine. And then we can use the gap property to add spacing between elements, right? Does it work in, yes, it does work in Flex, cool. So maybe even a bit bigger. There we go. That's starting to look decent, right? Hey, Netsy, welcome to the stream. Denmark, nice. All right, so we got some basic layout down. So now let's try to find a good component for our, maybe I just don't need a component. Hold up. Maybe I just, maybe we just go to Reddit and maybe we just replicate how the post looks, because I do like the look of it. So I do not like that they cut the images and sort of screw them up a bit, but I do like the general look. So maybe we just do the same-ish look and feel, right? That should be relatively easy to replicate. We also should make it support the dark theming at some points. I mean, for now it's not critical, but yeah. All right, let's create a post component, right? TSX. And just copy the whole thing. So we don't need this meta, we don't need that, we don't need any of that data, we don't need the, we don't actually need any of that really. So this is gonna be post, and we're gonna have a post data over here. And this is the post, and this is what we wanna have inside, right? So now we can just say that here when we render the post, this is just gonna be a post with the key and post data like this, and we can kill everything else. So this will make reading code like 10 times easier. There we go. Still rendered. Yep, perfect. Okay, so now we can actually focus on this thing. Right, so how do we style it? So we got this thing, we got the, I mean, I don't really think that it's a good idea to have upvotes on here. It's perfectly fine to have them somewhere at the bottom. We can, I mean, we can wait a second. So if I go to, well, let's look at the components. Maybe there are some components that are good enough or close enough to what we want to do, right? Tailwind Cards. What is that? Okay, this looks relatively fancy, but it doesn't have enough information on them, so they are pretty basic, right? Yeah, okay, this won't work. Templates. Cards. I mean, we basically want a fancy card, right? With the right layout. I don't know if we will find anything that is close enough to what we want, but we can try. Model, popover, toast, no, nothing here. Wicked blocks, elements, headers, cards. All right, I think this is what we took last time, right? Which is, I mean, it does look okay-ish. But we do need, yeah, so basically it doesn't seem like we're gonna find anything close enough to what we need. Okay, that's, I think I already had that, yeah. So let's, you know what, let me just open old Reddit as well. Okay, so here, yeah, they also have the upvotes on the left, and let me open the lib Reddit, which I really liked. Again, my main problem with that was that it's not the, what do you call it? It's not, doesn't have the login function, right? Are the Tailwinds components free? Well, it depends. So there are some libraries, there's quite a lot of libraries that have free components. There's also, like, if you are doing this, if you're doing this for business, or, you know, if you're doing this as a freelancer or whatever, I would absolutely recommend buying the official Tailwind UI package. It's not overly expensive. It's like, yeah, 230 euro, 240 euro. And the amount of time it saves you is insane. Like, it's really, really well designed. The components are great, but there are plenty of free ones. So if you're looking for free ones, just go to Awesome Tailwind, open the UI libraries, components, and templates, and there's like a ton of them. So like the Wicked blocks, for example, are pretty good. So I've used them with good success. And then there is, what was there? Tailwind Kit is pretty good as well. So there's like free stuff here. And yeah, so there's plenty of stuff. Okay, anyway, let's continue. So yeah, right. So this doesn't have any upvoting or downvoting functionality, but it does have the layout that is quite similar to the Reddit here. Yeah, so I guess let's go with that. Why not? Okay. Cool. So that is our post, rounded shadow. So we need to give it some border. Let's give it gray 100, I guess, something like that. So we have a slight border over it. Yeah, that looks starting to look nicer, right? No, we don't need anything else. Okay, so we got the border. So now how do we design this? So basically, yeah, I mean, why not? Let's do the up or downward on the left side. So basically it's going to be horizontal row flex, right? So first part is going to be small. That is going to be rating. And then we're going to have the other part that is going to contain everything else. And it's going to be a vertical. Okay, cool. So this is going to be just flex. Yes, thumbnail, we can leave it for now. Okay, I guess. Right, so I can do this div class name flex call. So we just do that, right? And this is gonna be, so this is basically should look the same. And then if we add here div class name, so it's gonna be flex as well, but it's, yeah, I mean, it's also has to be flex column because we have the rating underneath each other, right? So rating here. And then width is gonna be like 32 pixels or something, right? That should be enough. Yeah, that looks fine. I think sometimes going for a CSS grid offers easier moving around content and various responsive breakpoints. That is true, but I don't know if it makes sense to go for grid in our case. Like, I guess it does. Maybe we should go for this kind of layout because it's easier to do the responsive then. Because if you do it this way, then there you go. It just collapses basically. Maybe that's a nicer layout actually. Just do like this. Yeah. You know what? Let's go with this one because I do like it more. Let me just open the inspector here. And we're just gonna do this, right? So I think this is a decent layout. Okay, so that means we don't need this. This is gonna be flex column. And we don't need that anymore. Okay, kill one div. All right, so what we want to do, yeah, so first the header. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the details. And then we're gonna say summary. Post JSON. We're just gonna wrap this thing in, yeah. You gotta love the, you absolutely gotta love the Copilot at times. It's just so great. All right, so we can basically inspect the JSON here and see what is the post, right? To figure out the properties without going to console all the time. Okay, cool. So we need, at the top, we have the subreddit name. I don't think we need the icon. I think it just sort of defeats the purpose. Okay, so if class name. Okay, so this is gonna be flex row, yes. So, and then here we're gonna have, so it's gonna be subreddit name, right? Okay, so how do we grab the subreddit name? Subreddit. Okay, there we go. So there's a subreddit. So it's this is gonna be I guess let's just do it div as well. Class name. Okay, we're gonna style it later. So this is gonna be post subreddit, and let's do this R thing. So this is gonna be bold, and I guess let's do MX2 or something. Why is it not bold? Oh, is it? Wait a second. Is it font? Yes, font bold is what it was. Okay, and then text. Let's make it a bit larger. Something like that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and then this should later link. Oh, I guess, yeah, right. It should be an A tag here because it's going to be a link to subreddit itself. Okay. Let me have a look at the chat. Wow, that GitHub Copilot suggestion. Yeah, as I said, so Copilot is sort of 50-50. If it works, it's amazing. If it doesn't work, it just produces garbage. So you have to be very careful with that. But when it does suggest the right things, it's just like magic. I believe you should do the filtering of the response in the loader. I mean, we don't really need to filter anything, right? So it's like the whole point is that we want to see the full feed. But do you mean like properties, to remove the properties that we're not using? I was thinking about that, but at this stage, since I don't really know what we're going to be using yet, I'm basically gonna, do it later essentially. So for now, it's fine. Okay, let's do small padding around this, I guess, because it's a bit too attached to this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we got this subreddit. I'm gonna do href sharp for now, just so that it is an actual link. There we go. Right, so we got this post name. Okay, then there's this dot thingy, which I guess we could copy that. Why not? So we got this dot thing, right? Yeah, we can just replicate this, right? So the span posted by, yes, posted by, okay, you, and then we got here post, we already had the user somewhere, author full name, yes, there we go. Author full name, yes, okay, then we got this span, we got this thing here, and then we got the awards. So this is gonna be awards here. Let's just skip it for now. Okay, so we already had the time somewhere. There it is. We can do this time thing. Does that look good? Well, yeah, I mean, I guess it's decent enough. Okay, let's tweak it a bit to make it look nicer. Okay, so in the Reddit case, they de-emphasized all of this stuff, which I guess makes perfect sense because nobody really cares that often about the author and stuff, right? So make this a span as well. Class name. So this is gonna be margin X. This is gonna be class name font. Okay, no, we want text small font. Now that's text gray. We want it to be like 500 or something, right? And then mx2. Class name. Okay, I'm just gonna copy this from here. That should be good. So theoretically, that should look a bit nicer. Yes, there we go. Okay, we need also to, yes, that maybe is a bit too much. So items center is what we want as well, so that it's all nice and centered. There we go, a lot better. How's the Windows 11 going with you? It's great. Like the performance is a lot better on my machine than Windows 10. Gaming is a lot better than Windows 10 because of the improvements. And yeah, like there is a few minor annoyances, like this stuff with the start menu that you cannot do anything about this recommended section. I disabled it because I don't like it, but I cannot hide it. This is probably this is one gripe. And the second gripe is that you don't have the clock on the second monitor for some reason. This is like two problems I have with it. Everything else works perfectly fine. And VSLG and, the newer version of VSL has been great. Hey, Aaron, welcome to the stream. Yes, I mean, we're doing quite nice progress. Okay, so let me see the awards. Can we actually get them? Okay, there's a preview images, all awardings. Okay. Sure, let's just copy this. Okay, so awards are really freaking complicated, apparently. Okay, sure. Let's create a new component for that, awards TSX. And just, right, so let me just paste this here for now. We're gonna copy the post, paste it here, and this is gonna be awards. And awards, yes, so we're just gonna do that. Oh, we actually don't need this key over here because it doesn't make any sense. I read some notes Windows is supposed to fix the clock thing next update. Yes, they actually adding the clock back, and they also allowing you to decrease the size of this and hopefully even disable it, because like honestly, I don't use it, I don't care about it. I'd rather just hide it. But yeah, it's like, you know, I'm 90% sure they will fix all of that. It's like some manager probably decided it was a good idea to do that, and it wasn't, and people don't like it, and they are basically gonna fix it at some point. Okay, let me just kill that. Okay, awards. So we're just gonna, yes, no, this is gonna be flex row. Okay, cool. So we are just gonna say awards, and then awards is gonna be post, and it wasn't post, it was all award. What the hell is the all awardings? Yeah, sure, fine, whatever. We can work with all awardings. Okay, so we got this thing, and wait, why did it scroll all the way down? There we go. There's our awards. Okay. And the way they look here is basically icon and then the number of awards. Okay, cool. We can do that. That's fine. So what do we do here? We say awards map. Yes. Are you gonna suggest like a? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, when it doesn't work, it yeah, that's really good layout, Copilot. Thank you very much. That's very helpful. Jesus Christ. All right. Let's just do something a bit better. Okay. All right, let me see. So we got this awarding thing and icon URL. So this is what we want essentially, right? Image source awards icon URL. Alt award name. Is there name for the awards? Name. Yes, there is name. And there's the count. Okay, and then we want award count. Okay, and then key is award name, or is there like IDs or something? Icon. Oh yeah, there is ID. Okay, so we can just use award ID. Okay, there we go. Cool. Theoretically, well, I mean, cannot say it doesn't work, but Jesus Christ. Those are some big damn icon. Okay, is there like I think SVG or something? No, it's PNG. Why is it 512? Wait a second. Is Reddit by default loading all of those in 512? Are you for real right now? No, it is. Okay, 16 by 16. Jesus Christ. Thank God. Why is the default icon URL 512? That seems counterproductive. Okay, resized icon. So that means we need to get const image use. So we're gonna use memo here, and it's gonna be, oh no, I cannot do that, right? Well, I guess we are doing this dynamically. So resized icons, find icon, so that icon we want, I guess 32 by 32, or maybe 16 is fine. Yeah, let's do 16. And then we want URL. Or we are gonna do a word icon. So we're gonna fall back to icon URL basically, and then enforce the width and height for like this. So theoretically, why are they broken? Let me see. So width, height, amp. Oh, wait a second. Why is it and amp? Is it the corrupted? No, but this one works, right? So this seems correct. But it also doesn't have any end amp. I feel like this end amp thing is what's breaking it, right? So, oh boy. Okay, let's see. So get, let's create a new function. Get award. They could have just, you know, made the icon URL point to the smallest one because that's what they use anyway, but no. That would be too freaking easy, apparently. Okay, const, okay, award, okay, URL, let's do, so we do that, right? If URL, return URL, so we're just gonna do that, and otherwise we're gonna do return that. I mean, let's do it this way. So we're gonna search for 16. If it's there, we're gonna return it, URL 16. Let's do it this way. URL 32. Okay, yes, that's good. Okay, and then here we're just gonna do get award URL award. Yes, good. Now I think if we do decode URI, that's probably should fix it, right? It seems like it's just URI encoded URI for some reason. No, it doesn't help. Okay, interesting. All right, let's see. What is it decode URI component, or wait, is it not even URI stuff? Is it like HTML? Okay, so it is not the URI. How do you unescape JS? Unescape HTML entity. So this is what we want, right? Will find return more than one result? No, find returns only one result. So whatever the first result it finds, it's always one thing. HTML decodes. I really don't want to do this. I mean, yes, creating. I guess maybe that's enough. Maybe just replacing an amp is sufficient. I feel like really silly that we actually have to do that, but okay. Some cleanup. There we go. Now it works. Okay. So yes, flex. This is going to be items center, and then award counts. So if it's not equal 1, wait a second. So if word counts more than 1, yes. So let's do this. Yeah, that looks absolutely atrocious. Is that better? Okay, yeah, kinda, but this ML shouldn't be here, I guess. So if we just do that. Yep, this looks fine. So we just need some spacing. Yeah, I guess we can just do this, and then we need some spacing between the awards, so we can just do gap 2 or something. That'd be good enough. Yep, seems like the order of awards is random as well, which is hilarious, but that's fine. Okay, so we got what is wrong with the date here. Okay, so that looks space x2. I mean, gap also works, right? So we're fine. Okay, so we need to define a word at some point, but that's okay for now. So we don't need that anymore. What is wrong with the dates? So let's see. We're using this created UTC thing. And it is, oh, is it like, so we need to multiply it by 1,000. They are not using milliseconds. Is that the problem? Yep. And yes, it is indeed to locale. I guess we can do to locale. No. Locale string. There we go. Yep, that looks fine. I guess, I mean, the Reddit uses this 8 hours ago or whatever, right? So, and if you hover over it, we can actually do the title thing as well here, like that, right? So that is not helpful. So we can do, okay, you know what? Let's do the const dates. So we can do memo here because it's just one thing, right? And we can do this, which means that this is going to be from post, of course. And then we can do, okay, so we can just say date to ISO here. Title is going to be date to locale string. And I guess, let's see, I guess we can just use date funds or something to format it nicely, basically. Right? Okay, let me think. So we need to install date funds, date funds. Okay. Stop this thing. npm install date funds. I think it's just like this, right? Come on. Yes, it is like this. Okay, and then there is the difference. Quarter helpers, year helpers. I remember there was some like function that basically tells you common helpers, format distance. Is it this one? Yes, there we go. That's what we want. So we want const date now, right? So we're just gonna use memo from, yes, current post, and then we're gonna import from date funds, and this is gonna be distance. Oh, they already have distance to now, right? Distance to now. Okay, so we don't even need that now thing. We just do this, and that should start looking a lot nicer, right? Oh, right. Once I restart the server, because I forgot, I know that npm run dev is somewhere there. Yes, chat is lagging, so apologies, I already found it. But yeah, so there is also, they have this distance in words thing. What is the difference? Okay, anyway, that produces result we want. And yes, about 8 hours. Okay, do we need, how do I add suffix? There we go, this is what I want, right? I just want to say add suffix true. That should say 8 hours ago. There we go, perfect. So we now have a really nice header with, well, user should be, that should be ahref. So we're gonna add the proper links later on once we implement the entities, but this is now a URL. Okay, cool. So, okay, they have this icon here, but we don't. I guess we can add a bit more spacing between them so that it's doesn't seem to. Wait a second. Oh, that was the user, so that's not what I want. I guess we want a bit more spacing for the words. Yeah, from the right, because I did not add spacing over here. That's why it looks a bit weird. There we go. That's nicer. Okay, cool. So we got that part. We got the header. So now we got the title on top. We have it on bottom, so we can change that. I guess let's commit what we have. Git adds git. Start working on post cards. Implement basic header. Okay. Now, what we need to do, okay, so we need to put that header all the way up here. And if we do that, yeah, but it should be bigger. And there should be some padding around it, right? There we go, that looks nicer, maybe even bigger than that. Can you react to a few? Sorry, did I miss something? Because I don't see any. Wait a second. Is Professor? I mean, I only see this message from you. So either YouTube comments ate something or something went sideways. So this is the only message I see from you, mate. Okay, anyway, so we got the header. We can kill it from the bottom, which is good, right? So this is done. Okay, so now we got this image thing, and we absolutely do not want to use the thumbnail because this looks atrocious. All right, now let's see, how do we actually get the proper image from there? All right, preview images source. Do we want to do it in the source resolution? Let me just copy the whole thing. So, okay, let's create a function that is going to be called const get image. Gonna get post, right? And no. Paste this here. Okay, const images is going to be post preview. So we got yeah, preview images. There we go. I'm talking about YouTube. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Can you elaborate a bit? Because I'm not sure I understand what you mean react to a few of my stuff. Do you mean like check out your posts or check out your code or what? Okay, so we got the images. And images is an array that only has one item. Who built this data structure? Oh god, okay, images. So it only has one thing in there, and then there is okay, so we got source image, which is images source, right? So this is the top one with the URL. So this is like the biggest one. Does it make sense? Can we? I mean, yeah, let's just use it. Why not? So we just basically return source image because I don't really like, we're not building a mobile version, right? So that should be. Yes, that's exactly what I want. And we actually want to have optional chaining everywhere because that thing might not work out, right? So it might be null. And that is, I think the image they have here, yeah, it's a complete image. So we can just say, no, wait, that's a post title. I'm doing the wrong thing. Image. And here as alt tag, we can say post title. Why not? Image not equal. Well, if there is image essentially, right? Because I think the posts that don't have an images. Nope, that is completely broken. Okay. Let's see, console log. So let's just log, I guess, let's see, images, source image, and then we got preview. Let's do post.preview, right? That's, what do we get there? Okay, so preview undefined, images undefined. Oh, okay, right. But that makes sense, right? Because some posts do not have images. Images, source image. Ah, they have this amp stuff again. Why would, like, how do they work with it themselves? I'm just so confused by that. Okay, so we need to clean this URL as well because they have ampersands in there and oh yeah, right, because it might be undefined, so we need to do that. There we go. Okay. So, my stuff on YouTube. I still not 100% understand what you mean. Like, do you want me to check out your videos and react on them? Or do you want me to check out your source code and react on it? Just, you know, like, this is what I'm not getting, basically. Okay, anyway, back to image. Yeah, so we want object contain, I guess, right? And we want this to be, yeah, there you go. This looks quite nice. We also want it to be centered, probably. Justify center, right? So this should be a very nice. No, that's still not center. So why is it not? Is it because I'm doing? Wait a second. Is it just? Yeah, I mean, I get that. So I need to, I guess, dock it to the bottom. Let's see. What is? Okay, so the image takes the whole thing. Means that object contain is probably the wrong first option. So check out, like, what do you post on YouTube? Because I like, if it's coding, then I might do it at some point. Okay, that is not. How do you center the image inside of the image? So it's not object cover. Object center, I guess. Do I need to say that it is? Wait a second. Is that just should be v full, h full? Is that it? No, that's not gonna work, right? So object contain. How do I center an image? No. Anyway, okay, let's see. So we got this thing, right? So the image is 700 and this is, yeah, so it's not. Oh, is it because it's not flex? Is that the problem? I did flex string, but not. Yeah, there we go. So I did the flex string, but this was not flex itself. So that's not, MX auto should also work probably. Yeah, so that's true. Okay, it's a bit too close to the header for my liking. So I'm gonna give it my4 or something. So that should be a bit better, right? Yeah, there we go. That's a bit nicer. Maybe not Y, maybe let's do MT4, MB2. No, I mean, yeah, you know what, MY4, and then we can tweak the text later. Stuff on YouTube. Well, I'll check out your videos after the stream, and if I find them interesting, I basically can do a react at some point. Okay, so we no longer need that stuff with the date and author and all that kind of business over here, right? So we no longer need that. Okay, cool. So, well, I mean, it's starting to look like Reddit, all right. So, there we go. There is the title, and then we got this. Why is the order of what I see on Reddit and what I see here is different? Okay, there is this. Is this actual like image from the post? Okay, where's the text? Where's my text post? There we go. There's my text post, right? So this should be a text post, and there should be description here. So let's see, title. Yes, there's the title. So we are interested in, right, because our image has MY4, that means that if the image is not there, so I guess we should, nah, that's not good. So we need to put the MB4 over here, and we need to put MT4 over here so that the image, when the image is empty, we basically don't want any additional space there, right? Okay, maybe MT4 is too much. Yes, okay, and then maybe MB4 is too much as well, like 2 or something. Right, that looks a bit better. Padding 6, that's way too big, so we can just do MT2, right? So that's good enough. Yeah, it's starting to come together. Okay, so now we need to do the text thing. We do need the padding though, so we need the PX or something. And there does need to be an A. We don't need all of that stuff. So do we, like, I don't need this flex as well. We can just use one div. That's way too many. Justify between, we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't even need that, to be honest. So I mean, it doesn't even have to be flex at this stage, right? So there we go. That looks a bit nicer. Okay, so where do we grab the text from? Description. No, that's the awards. Okay, so we don't care about the awards. Jesus Christ, the awards take like half of the data. Where is the text? It literally does not. Oh, I guess maybe there is no text. Okay, I guess this post does not have text, so we gotta find a post with the text. React tutorials be like. Okay, let's see. Is that over past 6 months? Activision Blizzard. Okay, so there is the Activision Blizzard. Yeah, there you go. There's the Activision Blizzard stuff, and this one should have text. Title, self-text. There we go. That's what we want. So post self-text. Okay, yeah, that absolutely looks atrocious. All right, it's a markdown, so we have to render markdown here. All right. And if there is a self-text, we should not render the image, right? So if post self-text length more than 0. So post is always true, right? So we're going to return null. I mean, we're just going to return basically, right? So we're just going to do that. There we go. That's starting to come together very nicely. Okay, cool. So here we need Markdown, which means we need to install. There was a React Markdown. Yes, I think React. Yeah, it's called React Markdown. So it's a remark-based component that is quite nice to use. We're just gonna grab that and use it in our code. Okay, where is our text? Over here. Import React Markdown, and then basically what we do here is we just say React Markdown, and then, oh yeah, right, we also need additional thing then. So if you ever used, If you ever use Tailwind, you know that basically by default, you don't get any styles. Come on now. What? Instead of wait, what the hell's going on? Require of ES module. Okay, yeah, does that mean it's not gonna work? So React Markdown is ES module only, I guess. And I cannot, do I have to use like the older version or something? Oh no. It's almost terrifying how good Lens is for suggestions. We're feeding Skynet, I tell him. Well, I mean, you're feeding Skynet the moment you're committing stuff to GitHub, right? So, okay, so this is now a ES module and apparently doesn't seem to work. Question, can we say that Remix, can we target Remix builds to be ESM? MDX, example blog usage. ES builds. Okay, set up Prisma. ES build register, we got that. Okay, so you can, okay, this is mildly annoying. Use require instead of import. But I mean, the problem is the opposite. We are using require, but the package is ES module, right? So the error here is we're trying to require the ES module. React Markdown is ES module, so you cannot require it. We need everything to be... Wait, I think I should be able to just say ES module interrupt targets ES 2021. And I just say that. So I want the no, that doesn't work. So I want the TypeScript to emit ES modules is what we need, right? Okay, TypeScript emit ES modules. I think that should solve it, but non-modules, ES module syntax. TypeScript, CommonJS in ES modules interrupt. Okay, but we do have ES module interrupt. Okay, maybe I'm overthinking this. Module resolution. So we have the interrupt enabled, right? So that seems like it should. Mismatch between common ES modules. TypeScript has a compiler flag with ES module interrupt. Okay, so how does that work? Import moment, const moment require, default. Oh, so it's just basically doing this, I guess. Ah, boy. Okay. How do we solve this? Require of ES module. Okay. I mean, I gotta be. Well, not the finances. I gotta be not the only one who had this issue, right? So it's like node fetch v3 stopped require. Yeah, I mean, I know why that happens, but can I just do type module in package JSON? Would that work? Can this fix it? Require ESM, require config path. No, this won't fix it. Because, okay, so they use the Remix uses require. You are importing where you have to. Wait, do I have to require it? Really? You're telling me this is going to fix it? So if I do. Whoops, that is too much. If I say const require, would that fix it? Really? Is that where there's a difference between doing that? No, it doesn't work. I mean, this is literally what it tells me. It cannot require the ES module, right? You cannot do this unless there's the compilation step or something. Tips for writing ES modules, mix. Yeah, okay, so we're now getting. Oh god, okay, this is. Yes, please search for Remix strictly. Remix IDE, no. Remix run. Okay. Let me see the GitHub. Okay, so this is a problem, and it's a problem. ES module require Unable to import libs using ESM. There we go. So I'm not the only one who has this problem. And there are ways to work around this. I'll remember to come give an example later. The only way CGS modules import is dynamic imports. Okay, so we theoretically can use dynamic imports, right? Const react markdown await import. We theoretically should be able to do that, question mark. Does it support top level await? Okay, so 2021, I guess 2021 should be fine as well, right? And no, the target environment was set to 20. Oh, okay, it just says that top level await. Why is it, what do you mean it's not enabled in 2021? Okay. JS config top level await. Yes, so we need to enable top level await. For some reason it's not by default. Is it like still experimental or something? Blah, blah, blah. I mean, I know how that works. ES. Oh, well, yeah, we can just set ES next, right? So that should. Is that work? Are we good now? Yeah, let me restart that. No, top level await is not enabled. Okay, so how do I? God damn it. You encapsulated it in the method, the await. No, I mean, that's one option, but top level await is a thing, right? So it's already working and you can just use it. God, okay, why does it have to be so painful? Okay, import ESM modules, async, import. Yeah, okay. I mean, that's what they suggest in doing as well, which is annoying as hell, to be honest. React Markdown. Okay, so there's yeah, so you can use React Lazy basically to do that. Yeah, let's go with the React Lazy solution. I think that's the best way. Okay, so let me just roll it back to the default config. So we should be able to do that, right? And then here, essentially, we just do this. So that should fix it basically. And we need to import React from React. Why do you not like? Yeah, yes. So it doesn't like. So we do have to say, yeah. I mean, yes, next is fine. Or let's go with 2021. 2021. Okay, I think that fixed it, question mark. React server DOM does not yet support suspense. Okay, yeah, that's fine. No, that's not fine. React DOM server does not yet support. Okay, we found another error. Damn it. You're on node 14. No, I am definitely using node 16. I think it's just the targets that they set in ES build is node 14. Question is, how can I fix that? Let me think. So Versal, that's file system API. So this is the Versal config. Where would you? So it's probably somewhere. Yeah, there you go. There's 16 is what we say. Maybe that fixes it. Whoops, that is a wrong error. Okay, so, and I guess so. Okay, right. So this way we're just gonna get an error. It was working so damn well right up to this point. Okay, let's see. So what is the React Markdown? Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what we're doing. The problem, yeah, so this is exactly the problem. Await import. So they suggest importing it as part of God, okay, that's not, I mean, I guess we can do it this way, but that's just not very nice. I can just do use memo, right? And then be like, no, we cannot do use memo. We can do this essentially. No, we cannot do this either. Okay. How the hell do you solve this in a nice manner? Okay, so this is I was so happy that I didn't have to deal with the whole like backend, front end, you know, thing, rehydration in that you have to deal with in Next.js. But yes, apparently Remix has its own downsides. Okay, so let me just close this. We don't need that. Wait some function. Try to move for a script module to a server file so the module will not be included in the client bundle. I do want to include it in the client bundle though. Okay. Right. Okay, so this is basically one of the problems that they are currently having, which feels like it should be solvable by. So if we go to ES builds, so they're using under the hood, they are using ES build. And what we want to do is here, advanced options. So TypeScript, caveats, transpiled, type, okay. Declaration. TypeScript silently ships a breaking change, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's not what we're interested in. So there's got to be a way to basically say, so what essentially what would fix everything for us is just to tell ES builds to produce ESM output, right? Maybe, unless the remix does some magic on top of that and then everything breaks and nothing works. That would be very sad. Okay, question is, so it says that can we distinguish, wait a second, can we just do the same hack essentially we did in the Next.js? Client side validation, server client model, use remark instead. But I mean, it's the same. I think remark is also ESM now, so it's gotta be exactly the same problem. Remark.js, where is it? Majority of modules are now migrated to ESM, so this is like a pretty common thing that is going to be there. Change log. So there is improvements. Okay, where is 14? Yeah, remark is also ESM now. Like, not gonna solve anything. Loader, web standards, progressive enhancements. Why does it have to be so painful? Oh god, okay. Please file an issue. So this is, yeah, it seems like this is an unresolved problem. I mean, one way of doing this is React. We could use the older version that is non-ESM, which is honestly a pain in the ass, but so version 6 is probably what's going to be working, right? React Markdown at 6. If I do that, it theoretically should start working. Yes, I mean, ES build can build to anything. It's just the way that the remix configured it, right? So it's not on ES build. It's on remix as a framework that they decided that this is going to be their target. I mean, admittedly, I'm not blaming them. There's still a bunch of things that, apologies, that don't really work that well with ESM. But the problem is that now that half of the ecosystem has transitioned to ESM and the other half didn't, the whole thing is really a freaking mess. So, you know, it's not right now. The JavaScript is not in a very great place in regards to this sort of transition. So yeah, okay. So we're just gonna use the old version for now, and let me just fix me update React Markdown to version 7 once remix correctly supports importing of ES modules. Right, there we go. Hey Donna, welcome to the stream. How's it going, man? All right, so we got this. This is working. Use pros in your div to format the HTML. Yes, this is what I was getting at. So we need Tailwind. Come on, Tailwind Pros plugin. So if you notice, then this is now correct. There's like links and everything. It's a proper Markdown. but it doesn't have any styling. This is because by default, Tailwind doesn't come with, well, pretty much any typography. You're supposed to roll your own, right? I think they don't even include the pros by default. Yeah, so even if I just add the tag, we will see nothing. We have to add the typography plugin and then add it to the Tailwind config. Once we do this, there's our plugins, npm run dev. Once we do that, we should see a nicely formatted text. There we go. That looks a lot better. I think our titles are... What is my zoom level right now? It's my normal zoom. So I think the titles are a bit too large right now. Let's make them smaller. That was... Where's my title? My title is over here. So 2XL should be good. And then we can do this. Okay, so we basically... No, I guess, do we need a different formatting? Where is... There it is. Okay. Okay. Apologies. Okay, question, why is it so... I think it's the pros thing, right? That it is so small. So we got the pros makes it... Where is the max? Max width. Yeah, so the pros makes it too small, and that means we need to say max width... max width max? Is that... Yeah, there we go. Maybe not that. So let's see. What else can we do? Nah, you know what? Max with math. Why is it so hard to say? Max with max is fine. So we can do mx auto to center it. Now that won't center it, right? Because we're still the full width. Yeah, you know what? It's fine. So are we... Yeah, they're also basically doing it the same way over here, right? Yep. Okay. So we're not gonna have that annoying thing at the bottom that fades out because I absolutely hate it. I just want to see the full text. So we just need this bottom thing now that has the upvote, downvote, rating, comments, and we don't really care about the other buttons. So we're just gonna have upvote, downvote, and comments, really. And then we're done with the basic post layout. So let us, yeah, so this is our, let me just debugging JSON. There we go. Let me, I guess, commit what we did. Git adds, git commit. Okay, a second. It says I changed something in the TS. Okay, so yes, we did node 16. This is package. Git dc ts config is what I want to see. Oh yeah, we did the ES 2021. That's fine. Okay, git commit correctly handle posts with text. Okay. I think there are a few other types of posts that we don't really handle, like the videos, but we can do it later. So like for now, let's just do the basic layout, and then we can figure out what other things is left, basically. I think the videos are pretty much the only one. Okay, flex, no, we don't need that. So flex, yeah, flex row is fine. So we need, I think there's gonna be up thing, there's gonna be down thing, there's gonna be 1 to 3 votes, right? This is one thing. And then we're gonna have 1 to 3 comments. So this is like 2 things we're gonna have here. So it's gonna be a link, and this is gonna be, basically gonna be, well, okay, we can do the buttons later. Okay, yeah, that looks like absolute ass, but this is exactly what we want. Okay, we no longer need that. Let me think for a second. So we need icons. Let me just grab my favorite package, npm install react icons. I really hope it is not ESM anymore. I think it is React Icons. Okay, question, is it ESM? Are we gonna suffer now or what? 431, 2 months ago, probably not. So we're gonna find out in a second. Okay, so we need arrow up. Arrow, yes. So do we have an arrow up that looks like an upvote? I mean, arrow up. Yeah, there we go. That's exactly what we want. And it should be like, okay. How is there no, is there, so if I just search, 3 characters only, okay. Right, let me see. I mean, I guess we could just use arrow like this and then recolor it. That should also work, right? It can also be called chevron, right? Chevron, yes, there we go. Okay, yeah, you know what? Let's just use this FR chevron circle up. Okay, so, no, that's, okay. This auto suggest on this library almost never works for some reason. I guess because it's like all nested. FR chevron circle down. So we want those 2 things, right? So we got this circle up. And then we got this circle down. Then we got the wrap it into div. Class names is going to be flex as well. Let's make some gap between them. Some gap over here as well. Okay, and then how are we looking? Oh, right, we're not looking in any way because I forgot to start the server. That should fix it. So we now should have a nicely, okay, yeah, it's getting there. Okay, right, I forgot item center. And we should center this stuff as well so that it's all aligned. Yeah, I mean, that's a common problem with me. I always forget to start things and then like, why is nothing working? I just completely not understand. No, there is live reload. I just forgot to restart the server after I installed the dependency. It's a lot simpler than that. Okay, yeah, let's go with a gap 2. So we're gonna add some padding. We're gonna margin top, so a bit more spacing here. Yeah, that looks decent. The chevrons are not exactly great looking. Maybe there's something better here. What if we just use the ones without circle? Will that look better? Yes, okay, now we get auto suggestions. So are we looking better? Yeah, kinda, I guess. I mean, okay. There. Like, I really want the better arrows, basically, because those don't really look that well. So arrow, chevron. Okay, let's have a look at the font awesome. There's gotta be something that looks like this, right? Is there like an upvote? Hey, there is, okay. Overthinking it as usual, so I should have just gone with searching for upvoted down votes. There we go. Perfect. Okay. This is gonna be BI upvote, and this is gonna be yes, overthinking since 1999. Right. There we go. That looks good. They are a bit too tiny, so we should probably make them a bit bigger, like 16 or something. Let's see. Like that. No, it's still too tiny, so let's make it 6. Yeah, there we go. That looks a bit better. Okay, cool. So we got that part. There's the, yeah, all right. So now we need to actually type how many votes and comments do we have. Ups. There we go. So it's gonna be post ups. Do the Reddit just shows the number, right? Okay, yeah, that's cool. I think we can show the number correctly. I don't see any reason to alias it or make it shorter or whatever. And then we got the comments counts that also should be somewhere here. Where is dump comments? There we go. So we just say post num comments. There we go. And now we should have basically a nice and finished-ish layout. Like, obviously there's like a ton more work here and probably some things that we should do with spacing and, you know, margins, because it looks a bit terrible at times, but that's a good start, I think. Okay, JSON, yes. Okay, so what we can do is we can say process env. Well, okay, we cannot say that because they don't give access to the env variables from the client side, right? So yeah, you know what? Let's just disable it. We can just do that and disable that. And now we have where? Eh? Oh, I disabled a bit too much. Okay, that makes perfect sense. There we go. That looks decently okay, I guess. I guess we can do margin Y2, right? So there's a bit more spacing on the bottom. Yeah, there we go. That looks pretty good. I think the text is a bit too washed out, so maybe make it it's gray, like 700. So we still want it to be a bit lighter than everything else, but not as light. Maybe 800 or something. Yeah, something like that. Even in this state, seems way better than the Android clients. I never used the official clients because they are just terrible, but the third-party clients for both Android and iOS are pretty good. So I would, you know, if you're constantly using Reddit, I would highly recommend just going for that. All right, cool. So I think we're good with that. We can git add git commits, add post bottom parts, post footer, I guess. Let's call it post footer. Why not? Okay, we can push it. And theoretically, so as I said, I actually set up the Versal, right? So if this, once this deploys, we should be able to actually already use it from Versal domain. So yes, let's see, come on. What? It failed? What is going on? Due to node 16. Oh, okay. So, that's why they had node 14, because Versal doesn't support node 16. God damn it. Ah, Jesus. Okay. Yeah, sure. We can go back to 14 because we're using ESM. We're not using ESM anyway. Okay. Git. Okay. Roll back node engine to 14. Git push. Okay. So I think that should fix it and allow it to deploy. Yes, please tell me this is gonna work. Okay. And if that works, we essentially should be able to log in through our website and basically see this live. So wait a second, what was the failed deployment is complete? I'm pretty sure Versal supports 16. You set engines 14 in your file to use node 16 node version. So why are you not happy about that? Right. Okay, so they literally don't support 16 yet. Well, that's a bit of a shame. I mean, you know, the bigger the provider is, the slower they will support anything new, really. Okay, cool. Absolutely empty page here. Hey Pego, welcome to the stream. Doing good, can't complain. Yeah, so we had absolutely empty page that does nothing, so we should probably fill that at a later point, but we have a login button now. And theoretically, I should be able to log in, and yes, okay, so we should do a redirect here. And yes, it does work. Okay, cool. So let's, you know what, let's make a experience a bit nicer and correctly redirect people on authentication, right? So we got this data. So this is going to be auth data redirecting to home. Let's call it this way, right? And then how do I, and this, okay, so this is going to be auth data access token length. So if there is access token, right, then we basically are successfully logged in. And we can do that, right? So, okay, let's just do... no, I guess we can do this. So this is gonna be like P. This is gonna be... okay. Just some, you know, minor styling. Text Excel, yes, text base. Okay, cool. And what are you not happy about now? Oh, right. And if we are not logged in, we're gonna log in error logging in text red 800 or something, and then here we're just gonna say JSON stringify auth data null 2. So for now I'm just gonna show the JSON basically saying, hey, something went wrong, here's the error, right? And now we need to find out, so remix, how can I redirect stuff? Redirect, there we go. This is now redirect. Can I redirect from data rights, optimistic UI? Can I redirect from the... I guess we can redirect from the UI as well, right? So remix, can I use that redirect in the component? That's the question. Okay, so we got that. Oh yeah, we could do that, right? So we can just set location header. Yeah, that is true. Sure. So we don't even, so basically what we do is we just say, we just do this, right? Yes, so we set cookie and redirect automatically, and if there is no access token, that means there was an error. That means we don't even need this if else, we can just do that. Error logging, right? So this page becomes an error page essentially. Because if authentication is successful, you should just be redirected with a cookie. Cool. So we did that. And I guess we can in Reddit. So index page, we should, yeah, so if there's no posts, let's just say, please log in to view your posts. Yeah, that's good enough. It's name, text center, text to XL, font bold, something like that. Okay, npm run dev, let's see. Let me, so if I inspect this, let me kill my my cookies, right? Application, yes. Clear the site data. So if we refresh now, yeah, we should see that. We click the login. We allow, and they are logging in. Oh, okay. Right. So why is it not redirecting me? Headers. Yeah. So it should have done this, right? So redirect headers state. Oh, I need the status, right? I need the status. Of course, I'm an idiot. So this is what we want. 3.0. Do we want 303 or do we want 3.0? 302, I think, is what we want, right? No, wait. HTTP status codes. I can never remember what is the correct status code. Right, redirects, multiple choices, found, see other. Yeah, I guess 303 would be good enough for this. Okay, let's try this again. So we are logging in here, and hey, works, cool. Nobody does. Yeah, I mean, I think only people who work on them know them by heart, or, you know, like if you write them every day, but almost nobody does that, so. Okay, cool. So that seems to be working. And that means that we can commit that. Git commits. Let's call it better starting experience. Welcome message auto redirect. I guess I can just do it here. Welcome message when no posts are fetched. Auto redirect on successful login. There we go. Okay, cool. Hit push. Okay, I think if that works as expected, that's basically a wrap for a stream. What I want to do? Yes, I want to see the no, not functions. I want to see the deployments. Yes, there we go. And I also, yeah, so I should test the token refresh because we implemented it and it seems like it should work, but I don't trust myself. Okay. Let's go to the repo. Are we deployed yet? So the build takes, what is it? How long does it take actually? 17 seconds, 19 seconds. 19 seconds to build the whole thing, which is really damn impressive if you ask me. All right, so let me clear the application data. Let's try to log in. Nice, okay, login, allow. And hey, works, perfect, cool. So we can basically continue improving it, making it better, add dark modes, add comments view, add whatever. And yeah, I think it's already looking a lot better than official Reddit. At least for me, because it no longer, I mean, we also need to do the whole like endless scrolling and fetching more posts, but that's again for the next time. But yeah, I think that's a wrap. So if you guys have any questions or suggestions, feel free to throw them into the chat right now. If not, then yeah, that's basically it. That was a nice. How long did we actually stream? 2 hours. That was a nice 2-hour stream. Okay, doesn't seem like we have any more questions or suggestions. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this stream. We are gonna continue next week. Yeah, that's basically it from my side. Thank you for your continued support. If you want to discuss any of that, feel free to join our Discord. I will be more than happy to chat. If you have any improvements, I'm happy to accept any pull requests. And yeah, that's basically it. Thank you for watching. And